So like I said, the very first thing, Saurabh, which you might have to do, I mean for everybody, to create a campaign, first of all, go to email campaign, click on create an email campaign. Saurabh, keep letting me know in case you have any problem. Then you name that email campaign. Let's suppose you say DMP May 29th. So let's say if I'm going to have next session on 30th rather, so May 30th. So for May 30th, I need to do a blast. I mentioned that, and then I'm going to click on no template. Next. Saurabh, can you give me the, I got confused by choosing template. No problem, Saurabh. So do it this way. And Saurabh, can you give me the MailChimp account username and password? I'll show you with that also. So I'll tell you how to extract that HTML code from there. Rajesh ji, if you get to understand this pretty good, in case it sounds French to you, no problem. We'll still have an email marketing session. I'm just helping up with something else also. Okay, so yeah, just concentrate on this. Saurabh, give me the login credentials for MailChimp. Okay, Saurabh, no problem. Okay, Rajesh ji, no problem. We'll have this again. Actually, I've been helping Saurabh in terms of the email marketing thing. I'm just waiting for Saurabh to give me the. Rajesh ji, this is, yeah, Saurabh is actually doing quite a lot of other stuff. That's why, you know, he's ahead of what we are studying. Saurabh, as in not the same Saurabh which was used to be with you. When I say in your batch, he's a different Saurabh. He has been a part of another institute called Delhi School of Internet Marketing, where I believe you guys have also gone, where you, Saurabh, Aftab, and many other people have gone to Delhi School of Internet Marketing and then come and joined us at Digital Marketing Pathshala. I'm just logging in, Saurabh. Just have a look. So once I log in, okay. So let me go and click on the campaigns. What I have done, I've clicked on the campaigns, right, Saurabh? So is this the campaign which you want to send across? I think let's go with this one. Mm, so please let me know one thing. How do I decrease the size of the images? So did tell you, Saurabh, how to use certain, what do you say, tools to edit the images. Let me showcase it to you right now. So this is the email which you have made. So there's no problem with the image. I don't see any problem with these images which you have taken. Do you want them to get smaller in size? The bottom images, these ones, are you talking about this particular image or this one? So the way I can do is I can edit it from here as well. let's say I go about this and then I go and click on the resize stuff. But this looks fine to me. There is no point. Okay, not this one. But the way you do it, you actually go ahead and click on the resize part. Let me close that. So if I go ahead and click on this image, the testimonials ones, absolutely right. Okay. So if I go ahead and edit this particular image, okay, you have, this is not an image, you have copy pasted everything over here. So you might have to reduce the size from here, in the sense the text part. So you see the overall text has reduced up, and so you can change the width and height. I pressed twice on the image. So I edited that, but I don't see this being a better thing to do. Earlier, which you had done was much better. I didn't find any reason for reducing that size. Otherwise, there are plenty of other picture editing tool. You can edit that by from there as well if you want to edit this. So I've told you how do you go about changing it. You want to edit this again. You can edit the width and height again, but I don't want to do it because it's looking nice as of now. There is there's no reason why I should edit this. Okay. Right, so let me get onto the jump onto the main thing. The way you edit that is through this, by clicking on edit part and then doing the resize stuff. You press on the resize and edit the width and the height. Makes sense, Saurabh? Play around with this part, double click and then do that. Okay, makes sense. So once you have done that, I go ahead and press on save and close. Next, let me showcase to you the more important stuff. Then you can go ahead and send it. Once you have, let's say I do it send. Once I have done the send part, after sending this particular email, I can go again back to the campaigns part and take out the HTML part of this campaign. I click on view email. So, okay, just a sec. It's not coming up here over here. Let me click on the overall email then. I've clicked on the email. So what I did, let me showcase again to you. So I am sorry, my internet not working well today. I can't see where are you actually doing online. Saurabh, I'll give you the recorded session. So once I do that, I click on HTML source. Let me showcase once again to you, Saurabh. Just keep on looking. I click on campaign, and once it's being sent, the tick mark is there. I click on the campaign thing. And then once the campaign preview come, you click on HTML source. Okay. I do Control A. Then I press Control C. I have selected the entire HTML source, and then I pressed Control C as copy. And then I go to my, the email platform which I'm using. When I have the email subject, and in the HTML content, I press on HTML, Saurabh. Okay. I press on the HTML. The code which I have copied, I first of all delete the existing code, and then I paste the entire code which I have pasted from MailChimp. I did that, pasted it. I click on save. Saurabh, can you see it's all right up there? I can also go ahead and then delete this part. Okay, I can delete this part. Saurabh, make sense? Saurabh, have you got it? Rajesh ji might be getting bit of stuff and maybe not some part of it. But I can't see the things going on smoothly. Okay. Yeah, Rajesh ji, I'm just waiting for. So it's 15. Let me just start with the Google AdWords now. I know. So we're just initiating that. I was waiting for a couple of more people to join in. Let me just ask them if they are joining in or not. Right. So I'm just starting the. So it's this. Yeah. So Saurabh will actually see the internet. What do you say? The recorded session. Then only I can. That's what I can say. We are 16 minutes up. We were supposed to do that. So sort of the next thing is whatever email subject, whatever you want to write. So let's say free Google AdWords session, right? And next thing which you go about, you scroll further down and then save and exit. Yes, sort of you can do that. You can do that. Play around with it. Now, once you have created the campaign, sort of, you would have to, okay, the images, somewhere there are problem with the images. We need to check on that. Once you have done that, you can send that across. You can send this, but the sending will only happen if you have a contact list, and within the contact list, you have the Excel sheet contacts. So the way you do that is you create a contact list, you mention the name. Let's say I name it as Shiksha. I have a list which is by the name of extracted from shiksha.com. I mention the name and whatever email address you want to put in. So let's reply to emails can be info@dmpatshala.com, and the bounce email, let it go over here only, and the owner's email, you can have it. So follow this process in terms of the owner emails and the bounce email, and once you're done with that, press save. Once you have pressed save, it will ask you to import contact list. I'll send you across the contact list. You go on to contacts and then you say import contacts from a file. Sort of that's what you do next. What you have done, you have created a contact list by the name of Shiksha. Then you go on to contacts and then press on import contacts from a file. And you click on Shiksha, then you do next. And the very next thing, you go ahead and you choose a file. I'll give you those files and then you can upload them. Make sense? Let's begin now. We are 20 minutes up. So I hope, Saurabh, it's going to help you. Saurabh, now you can send it. So Rajesh, can you share your advertisement so that I can, take on that? I can give you more examples on that part. So, in case you have any doubts in the campaign or the ads which you have created, Rajeshji, you want to share, please let me know, else I'll move ahead. Any doubts? I'm so Nitin has also joined in. Good evening, Nitin. Nitin, did you try making ads? Is there anything which you have in any doubt in terms of the advertisements you have made? I've tried to answer some of the doubts Saurabh had. Any doubts? Saurabh, Rajesh, Nitin, any doubts? In case you have tried making advertisements, we'll be doing keyword match types. Can I get a yes or a no? No doubts. Can I get a no? Can you guys say no doubts in case there are no doubts? Or if there are doubts, please ask me. Because the idea is that once you do the practical stuff, then only things get clear to you. Are you guys able to hear me? Nobody is responding. Strange. Why is it that no one is responding to me? Hey Nitin, any doubts? Did you try making ads? Can you hear me, Nitin? Okay, okay, fine. So can you let me know in case you have any doubts, or should I move ahead? I know you've joined in a bit late, very late, rather. So taking the same example which we had covered earlier on, I'm taking the same example. These were the advertisements which we had made. The ads were being made, the campaigns were being created. I did tell you about the campaigns, ad groups, the settings part we have also worked on, where we have also mentioned in terms of settings the location which we are targeting, any ad schedule, whether it's we did the scheduling part, location part from the location and the radius targeting. I did tell you about that. When I say ad schedule, I did tell you when do we want to run our ad. Do we want Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? What time would that be? And do we want that for all the devices? I mentioned all that. We created advertisements. We also inserted keywords. So every keyword would be there for a particular campaign and an ad group, right? Do you recall that? The idea is that whatever recorded sessions I'm giving you guys, please do visit those recorded sessions again, right? Can I get a yes or a no, Rajesh ji? Is everything clear? And Nitin, okay. We have someone new also who has joined in. I'm not sure what's the name of the person who has joined in recently. And we also worked on we didn't work on the audience part. We also worked on the ad extension. Do you guys recall that? Which all extensions, which all ad extensions we had worked on? Nitin, do you recall that? Rajesh ji? Saurabh? Anybody? Which extensions have we made for the ad? Do you recall all the extensions which I have told you? Nitin, ad extensions, do you recall? So it's Lakshya who has joined in. Lakshya, do you recall the ad extensions? How do we make them? If you were present in the last session, did you recall the ad extensions which we have worked on? Can you name those ad extensions, Nitin? So you say yes, but can you name those those extensions which we had made and linked to our ads? Okay, I'm just going to wait for another 5 seconds. If I get an answer in terms of the ad extensions, good. Else I'll move ahead. Lakshya, do you recall the ad extensions? No problem, Rajeshji. Do you recall the ad extensions, Rajeshji, which we had worked on? So if I press in by iPhone 6, if you guys recall that, what are these extension guys? Do you recall that? Please do visit the recorded sessions again and again. So Nitin says headline and a description, not the. So that's an ad copy. Nitin, I did send you across uh, the recorded session link. Also, I would request for in revision whenever you come for the next session, please. It will help you. But the headline and the description is actually a part of. This is the headline and this is the description. But these three clicks are the site link extensions. Even these ones are site link extensions, and which we had made. Next time, guys, I want your customer IDs, please. I want to check your advertisements. Can you guys give me your customer IDs over here? Rajeshji, if you have it handy right now, Nitin, Lakshya, if you have, so whenever you log into your Google AdWords account, you have your customer ID right on the top over here. So it's 781-554-1238. I'll add on to my MCC account. Okay. I'm just surprised that if we are not able to recall our last session, then how do I go about telling you the new stuff? That would be a bit of a difficulty for me because I'll keep on doing my job when uh, at the end of the day, things won't be clear much. Next time, says Rajesh ji. Nitin, do you have your customer ID? Lakshya, do you have your customer ID? Okay. What do you suggest? Should we? Okay, Nitin. So in case you want to do a refresher of your last session by having a look at your recorded session, the third class recorded session again, do you want to do that? We can do that too. Or I have one more suggestion in case you guys want to do a recap of what we have done. Let me share that. I am starting a new batch on Sunday, 3 to 5. If that time suits you, thanks, Nitin. I'll just do that. So, in case you guys don't recall about the ad copy stuff, the structure, and what do you say, the extensions, the ad extensions, you can do a recap of that, and I can just get rid of the this Friday batch, and you can all get shifted to the Sunday batch. So that's up to you because I haven't got an answer from anyone as of now in terms of the site, the ad extensions. It's going to be 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Nitin, let me know. Do you want to do it on Sundays? It would be a recap, and every Sunday we'll have it then. Nitin says, okay. Rajesh says, but Rajesh, you haven't done it. That's the problem. I don't want to move ahead till the time I know that you have done it. Whatever I'm going to teach you today, the level is up. Till the time you don't know about the ad extensions and the haven't made the ad copies, yeah, it's going to be every Sunday. How do I do it? It's very difficult for me. I'll keep asking you questions whenever we come for the next session, please. And these all questions are no different. They are just from the same session we had last time. So we had a session on last Friday. I told you about the ad extensions. We had created those ad extensions. Do you guys recall? I have timing is not suitable. 3 to 5. What do I do? How do I go ahead till the time? I know it's 8:30, sorry, 7:30 right now, but if you guys don't, let me check your. I'm Nitin. I'm adding your My Client Central to my account. Friday one suits you, or do you want to go ahead with checking the recorded sessions? So Nitin, I have sent you a request. The way you're going to approve it for accepting the invitation, Nitin. Let me show it to you. Just okay. Let me showcase it to you the other way. Yeah, absolutely right. The timing is fine, but Rajeshji, I need to make sure that you have done all that. No, that's where the problem is. I'm a bit disappointed today, to be very honest. I'm not getting the answers of the stuff which I have taught you before. So it's look like it's a one way thing. And what will happen at the end of the sessions, it will be like nothing fruitful was being done. I don't want that kind of situation also. So Nitin, just have a look. How do you have to approve your request? Even Rajeshji, keep have a look. When you give me your customer ID, I will add it to my MCC, my own Google AdWords account. You have to log into your Google AdWords. Nitin, Rajeshji, just have a look. You have to log into your Google AdWords. Then click on this gear icon. When you click on this gear icon, just click on account settings. Click on the account settings tab. Now, once you have clicked on the account settings tab, on the left hand side, you see account access. Okay, I tell you, Saurabh, ad extensions are all the extensions. So once you go to the account access, do you see Nick MCC client managers? Nitin, this will be there. I have also sent you a request. You go ahead and press on accept request. That's what I did. I'll take your question, Saurabh. Right? So this has been added. Nitin, try doing that. Saurabh, just to let you know so ad extensions comprises of call extension, the location extension, the review extension, the site link extension. So site link extension is a part of overall ad extensions. Ad extension is a bigger thing. Underneath ad extensions, you have all these extensions which are either the site link or the call or the location or the call out or the reviews. All these extensions, even the app extensions, right? Do you recall all that? You have accepted. Great, thanks. I am sorry I won't be able to move ahead today because it's only, I believe, Saurabh who just recalls the stuff. And then let me check your account. So Nathan, I have access to your account now. So you have my done for Ludhiana flats. You made the ad groups, right? And the settings parts will also be there. Right, the ads, the keywords have also been there. Okay. Ad extensions are not present, I believe. No ad extensions made, Nitin, no problem. Just try doing that. Just try going through that video again, please. Okay. So taking example of Nitin's account, I'll be telling you one thing today. which is about keyword types. Okay, I'm continuing, but this is the last time I'm. So we'll have sessions on Friday only, but this is the last time I'm, going ahead with this. Else I'll make you guys shift to another batch. In case you do that, good for me. Otherwise, bad for each one of us. Keyword match types. N- What exactly we mean by keyword match types? Let's say these are the keywords which we have already selected for our campaigns. Okay. Now we have selected home in Ludhiana. Okay. What will happen? I have a question for you guys. Now, this keyword home in Ludhiana is linked to the ad group flats, and within the ad group flats, you have certain ads. So, the ad groups flat would be presented here. There's only one ad group, and the ad which is the ad copy which is linked to ad groups is this one. So, whenever someone will type in these keyword home in Ludhiana, this ad will pop up. Is it yes or a no? If you're doing it for Eldico group, when someone will type in keyword home in Ludhiana in Google search box, this ad will come up. Can I get a yes or a no? I'm trying to explain the keyword match type. Yes, says Saurabh. How about you, Nitin? Yeah, you also say yes. Rajesh ji, when someone will type in, Lakshya says yes. Okay. When someone will type in keyword home in Ludhiana, villas in Ludhiana, Ludhiana projects in Google search box, this ad will appear. Absolutely right. You got that right. Now there are certain match types. Let's say if I do home in Ludhiana, that's what the keyword, right? Home in Ludhiana. Home in Ludhiana. When I do that, all these ads are appearing. Our ad is not appearing because it's not live as of now. We haven't put in money. But if you just click over here, on your keyword thing in your panel, you click over here, it'll ask you before you edit this, just always do yes, I understand. It'll ask you three types: broad match, exact match, phrase match. Now I'll showcase it to you. What does that mean? If you have not selected any match types, by default, it's always on the broad. Okay, this is a broad match. If I do a phrase match, guys, then these inverted commas come in. Okay, I'm telling you all that in detail. Then your inverted commas come in, you save. Your keyword would run on a phrase match. If you do a third thing, which is the exact match, the brackets would come in. Bracket start and bracket close, and then you do a save. Okay, what does it exactly mean? When I press on broad match, guys, when I run my keyword on broad match, this means for any keyword out of these three words, one is home, the other word is in, the third word is Ludhiana. Okay, this is a key phrase. Just listen to me carefully. This is a key phrase with three words in it: home, in, and Ludhiana. Home, in, and Ludhiana. If someone will type in home, and that too in the same location which has been mentioned, which is Ludhiana only, and 40 meter around Ludhiana. Then if I type in home also, then also my ad will punch in, because my ad will trigger for any of those words. Not necessarily all the three words should be there. This happens when you are running your ad for a match type broad. Okay, even if I'll type in, or even if I'll type in Ludhiana, my ad will actually come over. It will trigger even for Ludhiana. Okay, as of now, I'm just trying to punch in that. Let's say if somebody types in Ludhiana projects in Rajasthan, Ludhiana projects with swimming pools, then also it will trigger, because at least one of these three words needs to be part of the trigger, the word which will trigger the ad. Let me showcase it to you with a different example. Keyword match type, like I said, very first one. Okay, sorry. So the broad match, like I said, it doesn't have any punctuation. Forget about the broad match modifier, it's no more there. The phrase one has the inverted commas, the exact match has the brackets. Okay. With broad match, what happens? Let's say in your AdWord tool, you have mentioned tennis shoes. Okay. Your ad will trigger for these particular words also when it's on broad. It will have buy tennis shoes. You have mentioned buy before this particular keyword. So then also it will trigger best shoes for tennis. Now you have played around with the sequence. Shoes has come in first and tennis has come in last. With broad, there is no restriction in terms of the sequence. There is no restriction in terms of whatever word is being used before or after, or any word used in between. Even for tennis shoe laces, this keyword, when punched in Google search box, and in your Google AdWords, you have set broad match for tennis shoes, it will run. Are you getting me? Tennis shoes word with broad match you have set in Google AdWords. Now, for what all instances your ad will trigger with this keyword being running on broad match? Buy tennis shoes, best shoes for tennis. Okay, then tennis shoelaces. So tennis shoes and any a word after it, a word before them, any word in between them. That's also any single word out of these two words, and any single word which is shoes. Running is a separate word, with shoes also it's happening. And then tennis sneakers. Tennis is just single word, and then with sneakers also it's happening. Let me tell you more about the phrase match, and then it will be more clear. If I just enter tennis shoes with phrase match, now I have changed I've changed the match type. So let's say I changed the match type from Home and Ludhiana broad to the phrase match. The inverted commas come in. So any word out before or after it can only trigger the ad. So tennis shoes in phrase match will only trigger ads when there is a word before that. Tennis shoes has to be there. This is one of the priority restriction in phrase match. Tennis shoes has to be there, then any word before this, even a spelling mistake can also be a part of it. Red tennis shoe with N not being here. But ads won't appear for words like shoes for tennis with phrase match, because the eligibility for phrase match is that these two words has to be there, and that too in this sequence. Okay. With broad match, what was the scene? The broad match, there is no restriction in terms of the sequence. There is no restriction in terms of both being part of the search term. So any one word can be there, and the ad will trigger. With phrase match, both the words needs to be there, and that too in same sequence, but any uh, third word can be added after it or before it, then it will trigger. Had it been tennis shoe laces, then also ad would have triggered. Now had it been red before and then tennis shoe, it will also trigger. Now Saurabh says, and the ad also appear if we will add any words after tennis shoes. Absolutely right. So like I said, tennis shoes laces, after this also, if it will happen, then also the ad will trigger with phrase match. If I go with exact match, only and only when tennis shoes is being punched in Google AdWords, then only tennis, your ad will appear. Or what do you say? Even if it's a singular or a spelling mistake, then also it will appear. Otherwise, with red tennis shoes, a word before that, or tennis shoes list is a word after that, ad will never trigger in case it's mentioned on match exact match types. Makes sense, Nitin, Lakshya, and Saurabh, I suppose you have got it. Nitin, Lakshya, Rajesh. Lakshya gets that. Nitin, you get that. That's great. Any question you ask me, Rajesh T, do you get that? In case not, I presume but maybe it won't be clear because you haven't got familiar with the panel yet. You need to be familiar with the panel. Nitin, so I have a question. Which one match type is better to apply? Most of the times, I always go for phrase and the exact because they are more targeted. Broad match types are mostly used by companies which have a lot of budget in their hand. You see, taking example of what Nitin has done, if I run my ad on keywords home in Ludhiana on broad, okay? Now, even for the word Ludhiana, or even for a word Ludhiana, let's say by phone in Ludhiana, even for this word, your ad will trigger. Now, there is no relation with phone thing and what you are selling in. So, either have a phrase match, okay? So any now your ad will only appear when a word is being typed in Google search box, which definitely should have at least these three words and that too in this sequence. Anything after this or before this can go, but with phrase match only this. With exact only and only these three words needs to be there for the ad to trigger and get appear on the Google search box. So Saurabh, does that answer? Phrase match and exact match is something which I generally go for. Okay, great. Nitin, does that is that understood? Whatever you have done so far, you can change your match types from broad to the phrase one. These are the most effective ones when it comes down to getting right click. Why do we use them? The idea behind using them is because you are spending money on the right things. You are spending money only on the right keywords. If somebody types in with broad some way to different keyword, you are getting a click with the unrelated keyword, right? So the keyword match types is clear. Now we're gonna so this is all about, guys, the search advertisements. Once you made those ad groups, the settings you have set, the ads, I've told you about the keywords, I've told you about the ad extensions, which I always want you to actually go ahead and you know make these ad extensions. So the way you will do that, let's say if I do it for the for Nitin's panel, I go ahead and click on plus extension, and so this is a citing extension. Okay, you have already made a citing extension, Nitin. You have already tried doing that. That's great. So since it was written view light citing extensions, I can create call extension also. I click on view call extensions and then press, okay, you've already mentioned the call extension also. Nitin, you have done that. So which segments are you talking about? Okay, this one. So, okay, this is like for what particular thing you wanna, run your, what do you say? Let's do it. Okay. We have already done that scheduling stuff, right? You mentioned the device. It's not going to work with this. Mm, just a sec. The segments needs to be created. Actually, it will work only when we have an ad group running. So Nitin, you say, but when I'm adding keywords, only predefined keywords are shown. Okay, the way you do that, if you want to do a more than that, go to tools and go to keyword planner. Go to tools and go to keyword planner. Saurabh, I'll take the segment part later on because that's something after you have done all that, after you have run the ads, then only it will happen. I'll start with the display ads and then I'll let you know about these segments for sure. So Nitin, in order to answer your question, if you want to add on more keywords, you can do a research on that. You can enter whatever keywords you have in mind. First of all, let's say home in Ludhiana and all that. Your landing page, your website. You mention your product category, your target, whatever target you have, and then you go ahead with get the ideas. Right? Makes sense, Saurabh, Nitin? Makes sense? So all in all, you need to use you go to tools and use keyword planner, right, guys? And once you start doing that, you want to check how is your ad performing. The best way to do that is go on and click on the dimensions part. Let me see if something has run in this panel. I check for all time. Right. Okay, so when I check on the, so when let's say when I have paused these campaigns already, but they have run for a certain time period, I have got the clicks and the impressions and the CTR. As a Google AdWord expert, most of the times you have to work on getting good quality score. You can see I have got all my keywords run on the phrase match. You have inverted commas right up here. You can always check for the quality score, and the quality score is bad over here. Your idea should be to get much better quality score by creating multiple ad copies with multiple landing pages being there. So quality score has to improve. It's 5, it's 4, it's bad, it's 4 again. So this is not being taken care of for certain keywords from my guy. So 5 is fine. This ad is actually not working because we have paused the campaign as of now. Okay. Today my connection is very low, disconnecting again and again. Okay, Rajesh, no problem. You can watch the recorded session. Next thing, once you have done that, this is a very important dimensions, is a very important tab when you have already run your ad. You can check on for which particular day how many clicks are you getting. So you can check it from the day perspective. Click on view and then you click on the day part. So you have time and then day of the week. You see Fridays has given you maximum clicks, which is 57. Then Saturday, what happens when you get much better CTR for a particular day, then you run your ad for that particular day. Make sense? I'll put in more money on Fridays and put in less money on Sundays because this is giving me a much lower CTR, and this is giving me even this Friday and Thursday is giving me much better CTR, right? I can also check even the hour of the day when I'm getting the maximum much better CTR. It says, at 1 at night has given me 40 clicks. Now, timing between 2 to 3 in the night has given me 36. It's on an hourly basis. 1 to 2, 2 to 3. This is midnight 12 to 1, midnight 3 to 4. It's the night hours 11, 11 in the night. Okay. So I can check from the CTR point of view. I click on that, higher the CTR. So 4 a.m., 4 p.m., that's the time when I'm getting good CTR. 6 p.m. in the evening, I'm getting good CTR. I always check for the CPC also and also for the CTR when I'm getting good CTR. Okay. This is one, guys. I can check the hour of the day and I can also check for the locations. If I click on location, I can see I'm getting good clicks from Gujarat, and that to one click, let's say. I'm getting maximum clicks from Ahmedabad. I had set Gujarat and Punjab as couple of my targeted locations for these campaigns. I'm getting clicks from Ahmedabad to be the maximum, but with Surat, I'm getting good clicks with good CTR too. I'll put in more money over here and I'll stop the ones where I'm getting lesser per response. So let's say with 0.95%, I'll get rid of Gandhinagar. I'll remove that from my location, 0.9%. I might also remove Pune from my stuff. So that's how we make decisions. I might remove Jamnagar from my overall location because I have already spent on some money and people have not from there might not have liked it or not. So there can be any reason. I'm not getting much response from there, right? I can also check the search terms. When I click on search terms, I can get for exact match what all keywords had triggered. For when I had put in a phrase match, so I had put in ISO 9001 only as a phrase match keyword, but with ISO 9001 certification, with phrase match it will trigger. With ISO 9001 documentation, see the phrase when I had put in phrase match, only ISO 9000 was being put in. With two different keywords, ISO 9001 certification, ISO 9001 documentation for both of them for phrase match, it has triggered, right? Makes sense? Even ISO certification again, ISO certification was the keyword, ISO certification in Chandigarh for phrase match, it has triggered. Is the dimension tab clear to you guys? More or less, we actually check these stuff, right? We check for the search terms, we check for the timings, and we check for the geographic. Majorly, I check for these. Otherwise, there are plenty of other stuff. You can also check the call details. Are there people? I can also check for my ad extension how many people clicked. It tells me with the call extension being there, 54 clicks were there on the call button, right? There were 54 clicks on the call button. Is that clear, guys? Can we move on to the display campaign now? This was all about the search campaign. When you run it, try making your ad and around 500 or smaller amount. Then only you will get much better picture, a much better confidence in you. Whether it's Rajesh ji, Saurabh, or Nitin, Lakshay, try investing in 500 rupees, at least a smaller amount. Get some, what do you say, numbers over here, some clicks, so that you get to understand that. In case you want, a coupon, I have a coupon where you get 2000 rupees extra when you spend 2000 rupees from your pocket. Earlier, I had certain other thing, but they are discontinued, which I've also told Saurabh about. But in case you want to spend in 2000 rupees, and you can get 4000 rupees in total. You can anytime ask me for those, what do you say, coupons from Google. Okay, now we are jumping onto the display campaigns. Okay, I'll take the same. Okay. This is a bit heavy platform. It takes a lot of bandwidth, Google AdWords. Okay, once we have created these campaign, we have already done for the search network only. The other important network which we generally go about is the display campaigns. Do you guys recall what display campaigns are all about? The banners. Now these banners, where do these banners appear? Anyone who can answer me? Nitin, Rajeshji, Lakshay, where do these banners appear? Now these search ads always appear on the Google search engine, whatever we'll make. What, what about banners? Anyone? We'll be making banner ads. Where will they appear? They appear in the websites, YouTube, in website. Which websites would they be? I've already told that to you in the very first class. Which website would these banners appear, which we'll be making? Lakshya says Amazon. Saurabh says publishers. Which publishers, Saurabh? What would they have done, these publishers, because of which the advertisement would appear on their site? Do you guys recall the AdSense and the AdWords difference which I've told you initially? Access, okay, which have an AdSense access, absolutely right. So okay, so Nitin, if you recall that whatever advertisements, the banner ads we'll be making, they'll only appear on third-party sites first of all, not on the search engines, because search engines doesn't have a space where banner ads appear. They'll appear on the third-party sites. So like Lakshay mentioned, Amazon. Now with Amazon only, then only the ads will appear if Amazon has applied for AdSense. Only those sites, if you guys recall, Saurabh, Nitin, Lakshay, only those sites who have applied on Google AdSense as a publisher. So Saurabh, you were right. And when they have applied on AdSense as publisher, they would have given permission to Google to display advertisements from other parties, other websites, to display ads on their website. So the publishers have sold some of their website space for their banners. Absolutely right. So who have sold? Absolutely right, Saurabh. You've got that right. So we'll start with that. We'll create, we go to the campaign part, click on this red button, click on the display network only, okay? Okay, so once you have done the display network only, let's say I mention, let's say I say it as Delhi Flats display. I mention the campaign name as this, and I take marketing objectives as one of the, so don't press on no marketing objectives, have marketing objectives. And then majorly what I generally go for visit on your site or display spelling is wrong. Okay, oh, the one which I've written, right? Okay, yeah, okay. Thanks, Saurabh. So if I want only customers to see my ad, I'll go ahead with this. Okay. If I want more engagement, more customers to engage with my content, I'll do that, or maybe visit my website. And there's hardly any difference. We'll do this part. This is majorly about the remarketing stuff, buy on your website and all. Once we're done with the display, I'll tell you about the remarketing and goal conversion. So today we'll focus on getting first of all the display stuff, build awareness, see your ad. Let's go with that first. Okay. So load settings from existing campaigns in case I want to do that, but I already don't have any display campaign, so this is not enabled. Again, the same thing, guys. We have already done that. I go ahead with typing in the localities where I want to showcase my ad. I can also use radius targeting. So I'm not getting into that since you guys already know that. I'm not spending more time on the location stuff. You already know that. Language, I'm taking English. Bid strategy, always go for the focus on the viewable impressions. There are others also. Now, what exactly is enable viewable CPM? Anybody? CPM, does anybody know? What exactly CPC? First of all, tell me what do we mean by CPC or PPC? So Saurabh said cost per mile. Saurabh, I've already corrected this to you. CPM is never a mile thing. I've corrected this to you, this thing to you before as well. It's cost per impression, Saurabh, not cost per mile. Mile is nothing. You're not running on a treadmill, right? So Saurabh says PPC is pay per click. Nitin also say pay per click. Absolutely right, and it's cost per click. So cost per click and pay per click, absolutely right. When you are paying for per click, then it's cost per click or pay per click. And there is another way. It's called CPM. So Saurabh, say that again. What does CPM stand for? You won't say that again, which I've just corrected you. It's cost per 1,000 impressions, not mile. So there is no thing as mile. Okay. Yeah, cost per 1,000 impressions. So I tell you what, do you guys need know what exactly we mean by impressions? Lakshya, Nitin, any idea on the impressions part? The visibility, yes, we have done that. So when my ad appears once, that's an impression. I refresh that, my ad appears again, that's another impression. So 1,000 times my ad appears, I get charged. Okay. I can pay on the basis of impressions also. I can pay on the basis of clicks also. So I use the maximum CPC bid, or I can also use the impression bid. I go for the clicks thing, okay, and I will I will manually set my bid, okay, and I can mention my budget as, let's say, 100. Saurabh, you I think already while creating this ad, I wanted this to be in Canadian dollars, but it's fine. Okay, I'll change that. Okay, once I've done that, it's gonna ask me, I'll manually set. Yeah, I mentioned my per day budget, and I've said that I want to pay for per click basis, and I will manually do that. Later on, it'll ask me for the per day per, per click bid I want to put in. Next thing is the ad scheduling. You guys know that. When do you want to start it? When do you want to end the campaign? And for what all days you want to do it? I'm not taking any time on this. I'm not spending because you already know that. very simple to what we did for the search campaign, right? In search campaign also we had this. Which one is better, focus on impressions or focus on clicks? A very good question which Saurabh has asked me, that which bidding, which way of paying is better, whether it's the uh, the CPM model or it's the CPC model. Whenever your advertisement is strong, when it's, I say strong, the visual is very exciting, people are clicking on it. Whenever you start with CPC model, okay, let me be very short and crisp. Guys, start with CPC model. If you get a good CTR more than 4 5%, just change that into CPM. You'll always see that with the mathematics work much better when you have a higher CTR, and with a higher CTR, you go with the CPM model, right? Let's say, just to give you an example, if we are paying with the CPC model, okay, and we are paying 10 rupees per click, okay, 10 rupees per click, okay, and in this case we are getting 100 clicks, then how much do we pay it? Rupees 1000 in total, right? Now let's say there is another model which is where we paying CPM, okay, and the price is 10 rupees per 1000 impressions, okay, and we are getting again 100 clicks, okay, then how much are we paying? uh, so 100 clicks, out of 100 clicks, and these 100 clicks are getting out of, just a sec, out of 5000 impression, let's say. Now how much do we pay in this scenario? How much do we pay in this scenario? The CPM price is rupees 10 per CPM, and 100 clicks we get, and which 100 clicks are getting out of 5000 impressions. So why do we pay 10,000? Yeah, you have the option again. You can answer that. Could you repeat the question? I have written the question. We are paying 10 rupees per CPM, okay? We are paying 10 rupees per CPM. We are getting 100 clicks, and these 100 clicks have come out of 5000 impressions. There have been total 5000 impressions. How much have we paid in this scenario? For these 5000 impressions or 100 clicks, whatever you want to count, how much have we paid for these? 50 paisa? Uh-huh. Not really. I need an answer. Nitin, you want to try? Lakshay, you want to try? Nitin says 500. Guys, any other answer? I'll let you know what's the right answer. So for 5000 impressions or 100 clicks, whatever, how much are you paying when the CPM price is 10 rupees per CPM? Rajesh says 50. So 50 rupees or 50 paisa, Rajesh ji? So earlier you had written 50 paisa. 50 rupees says Rajesh ji. Anyone else? Lakshay, why don't you try also, please? Nitin, are you sure on the 500 part? Is that a confirmed answer? Saurabh, what's your confirmed answer? Rajesh ji, are you confirmed on the 50 rupees thing? Rajesh says yes. Lakshay says 50 and has asked me, has put in a question mark also. Probably you're not sure on that. Okay, Nitin, what's your last answer? I know I'm spending a bit time on this. The CPM which I am agreed on for paying is 10 rupees for 1000 impressions. I am paying 10 rupees. And when I have run my ad has delivered me 100 clicks and out of 5000 impressions. Then I am paying, Rajesh ji and Lakshay has given the right answer, it's 50 rupees. Why is that? Why is 50 rupees? Because don't get confused with the 100 clicks. Because now Your payment mode is only on the CPM thing. You're paying 10 rupees for every 1,000 impressions. And so this is a 5 times of 10 rupees. This is 5,000 impressions, means for every 1,000 impression you are paying 10 rupees. So for every 5,000 impression you will be paying 5 into 10, which is 50 rupees. Makes sense? Rajeshji, Lakshya, you have given the right answer. Nitin, makes sense. You're paying 10 rupees for every 1,000 impressions. So don't get confused with the 100 clicks. You're paying 10 rupees for 1,000 impressions. So for 5,000 impressions, automatically you pay 50 rupees, right? So if you do all these mathematics, takes similar kind of situations. When your CTR is high, always go with CTR is good. Always go with the CPM model. Okay. So there won't be a per click. Yeah. So if you want to say it's a per click, it's a 50 paisa, right, Rajeshji? But my question was absolutely right, Rajeshji. You whatever you said that right. But if I'm clicking, I'm just trying to evaluate how much money have gone out of my pocket with this statistics. Then it would be 50 rupees. Right. So Saurabh, does that answer your question? Yeah, absolutely right. 50 rupees. Saurabh, does that answer your question? What to go with? CPM or CPC? Good. Okay. So next thing it's going to ask you is for ad rotation, whether you want to, so you always go with by default optimize for clicks. Okay. I'll tell you about the optimize for impressions at a later stage. Don't go with these other ones. Then there is a next thing called frequency capping. What is a frequency capping? What do we understand by the term capping, guys? There's a cap to it. There is a limit to it. If I want a particular impressions, let's say, to be capped for one particular person, if I say 10 impressions to be shown only per day for one particular ad. So one person, this is for one person actually. If I write 5, only 5 times my ad will be shown on a daily basis for my one of my ad to one particular person. Why do we do that? Because let's say if I'm trying to show my ad to one particular person again and again and again, if he doesn't have to buy, he will not buy even after the fifth impression or even after the 500th impression. So I don't want to waste my ad impressions on someone by showing that person again and again, by showing, I don't want to waste my impression on someone who's not going to be my customer at any cost. If there has to be someone who has to buy my stuff, might buy it within 5 by just spending in 5 impressions. How could we get to know that this is the same person who already saw my ad? You won't get to know. Only Google will do that. Google will show only 5 times per ad per day to a particular person. Only Google knows that. They'll dissect it from the IP addresses and the machine. So that's what. So we have someone else joining in. Hayat, is that Sunil who has joined in? Can you hear us? Can you hear me rather? I mean, I'm okay. So that's the number of capping which I can do. I can also do it on a monthly basis. If I can just say only 50 times one person should be able to see all the ads within my campaign. No problem, Sunil. Okay. So 50 impressions per month for this campaign. Okay. Now don't go with the additional settings are there. Don't go with the dynamic in the campaign. Device you can target. Delivery method. I've already told you. Do you guys recall the standard and the accelerated? Do you guys recall that? If I want my ads to be shown evenly over the full day, if my budget is low, then I can press on standard and my ad will run for a certain time in the day, then it will stop, then it will again start appearing for another time of my day. Let's say for the night hours it run for approximately for 10 minutes, then some clicks come in, I have a smaller budget, then for some portion for what do you say, afternoon hours, and then some portion for the night hours. Makes sense? But if I don't want to do that, I want to run it right from the day, the hour starts, I can go with the accelerated. Do you guys recall that, I have all, this option was also there in the search ads and I have explained that. Do you guys recall that? The delivery method? Is that clear on the delivery method part? Saurabh, Lakshya, Nitin? Nitin says yes, Lakshya says yes. Good, thanks. Thanks, Saurabh. Rajesh says okay. Ad extensions, majorly there are no ad extensions with the the display part. It's just location and call, and that too only work with the text display ads. There are text display ads also. I'm not teaching you that because they have got no relevance. Nobody does that in today's scenario. You have these similar text ads which you have for these ads. This text ones will appear in the form of a picture, and they have very less conversions, and only these will have the call extension attached to it, and what do you say, the location extension attached to it. So it doesn't have much of a value. Don't go with creating ad extensions when it comes down to creating display campaign, guys. Okay, you can select the device. So this is one of the interesting stuff. If you just want to target only those people who have a particular operating system, so let's say if you want to target someone who has an operating system, iOS, and you say minimum 2 and maximum you have 8.1, you can add that. You can also add the Windows one. You can also add the BlackBerry and the Android and all that blah 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 stuff. You can go with the device model. You can choose that. You can mention you want to have the Apple phones and iPod and all that stuff. The Androids, within the Android, you want the Amazon, the Acer, the Casio one, the Dell one, the Fujitsu, the Google, all that stuff, the HTC. Why would be this useful for me? In case if I am trying to promote, run campaigns for, let's say, Apple only. If I'm doing it for Apple, I don't want to target those people who are already having web OS as their iOS, the Apple phone. People are already using iPhones. I don't want to target them. I want to target those people who are using Android. I want to convert Android users into Apple iPhone users. Then this particular thing, the device makes sense for me, right? Only Android users will be shown my ad, and no Apple users should be shown my ads. Make sense? Rajesh says yes. Saurabh says yes. Is that no? Not a recent yes. The earlier one. Make sense, guys? Why would I use this? And also with the Wi-Fi. Let's suppose if I am trying to make advertisement for Airtel Wi-Fi, I don't want to show this to my show my ad to all those people who are using already Airtel. I would show rather my ad to those people who are using either Vodafone or MTS or any other connection. So if I check the plus on this, click on the plus sign, I can select Aircel. I won't select Airtel because I will never target those people who already have Airtel. If I am Airtel, I'm making ad for Airtel. I don't want to target Airtel because they're already converted people. I want to convert BSNL, Idea, MTNL, and blah blah blah. Okay. Don't go with this. Like I said, the campaign URL and all that, it requires coding. Press on the save and continue. Yeah, so Rajesh says Airtel. Yeah. So, any question? You can go ahead and ask me. Add group one. I pressed. So here you go. It asked me for a default bid. I mentioned 10 rupees as my default bid. Then I have to mention the landing page URL. So this is my landing page URL. I go ahead and do that. I mention my landing page URL, guys, my website. Here comes the most different part. For search ads, we had, the broad match, the exact match, and all those matches. We had the site links to talk about. We had the ad copy to talk about. Do we gonna have ad copy? No, we're just gonna be creating display ads, which probably a web designer can create very well. But you guys don't need to be a web designer. We do have certain tools. It's called a Google Display Planner, or a Google Display Creator rather, which helps us to create that. Now, right now we are not creating the ad. That is going to be a next step. As of now, I'm talking about targeting my ads. Who will see my ads? On what all websites will my ad appear? Now this is about the target. Choose how to target your ads. This is about who will see my ads, on what all websites my ad will appear. I click on demographics first. Okay. It tells me, do you want to target the male, female, or it says unknown also. I'll tell you what is it. What does unknown means? Do you want to target people who are in the age group of 18 to 24, 25 to 34, blah, blah, blah. If I say I don't want to target 18 to 24, I want to target 25 to 34, and that's it. When you guys do a search, okay, when you guys do a search on Google and your Gmail ID is logged in, whenever you have created an account on Gmail, you would have mentioned that your name is this, your particular date of birth is this, and with your date of birth, your age gets registered, your gender gets registered. Whenever you're doing a research, a search on, what do you say, internet, and your Gmail account is logged in, then this data gets useful for Google. Google will show only ads to those who are logged in and fall under this category. Those who have not logged into Gmail would always be part of unknown. Google gets to know about this data 25 to 34 or 35 to 44 with the help of your Gmail when you have logged into Gmail. Make sense? Now it's up to me, whom do I want to target? I want to just target the males, and I just want to target people who are between 25 to 54. I have to see my end product. My end product is, let's say it's a real estate thing, and with real estate, I presume majorly males are more interested, and that too within the age group of 25 to 54. That's why I've selected this. I'm not selecting 18 to 24 or 55 to 64. I'm not selecting females. Had it been a feminine kind of a product, uh, I would have gone only for female and not done that male stuff. Narrowing my targeting further, I select display keywords. Now, are we going to type keywords on Google search box and my display ad will appear? Why am I being asked the display keywords? Anybody? Any idea? Why is this being asked? My ad will appear on third-party sites, right? Whether it's Amazon or whether it's Flipkart or whether it's any site which has registered as a publisher on AdSense. Now, how display keyword is linked to it? Any guesses you guys want to make? Anybody? Okay, let me. So, was the demographics part clear? Can I get a yes or no for that? Saurabh, Rajesh, Nitin, Lakshya, Sunil. Sunil, I would want you to change your name from Hayat to Sunil also, so that it becomes easier for each one of us to refer you by that name. Can I get a yes or no for the targeting thing which we have already started? We have given an ad group name. We have also mentioned the default bid, mentioned the landing page. We have started our targeting of our ad. So yes says Lakshay and Nitin. Great, thanks. So we have started the targeting part, male. I'm just going to show my ad to males. I'm just going to show my ads to people who will fall under this. Right. Yes, yes, Sunil. Great, Sunil. So now once we have to decide on which websites my ad should appear, only those sites which has content related to flats in Delhi, if I want my ad, my display ad, my banner ad should be appearing on websites which has content which is related to this particular keyword, flats in Delhi. So I have a website where a lot of content is written on this keyword, flats in Delhi, flats in Delhi, flats in Delhi, and blah blah blah, all that. Then I want my ad to be over there. I click on this. Want my ads to be appeared on website which are talking about buy flats in Delhi. I want my ad. Sure, I'll change my name. Great, thanks, Sunil. So I want my ad to appear on sites which has a keyword which has content related to flats Ghaziabad, right? Make sense, guys? Is the display keyword? We generally don't do that. I generally don't go for display keywords, but I just want to tell you because this is a part of it. Make sense? All those websites which will have content, which will have written content on their website, uh, talking of this particular topic, flats in Delhi. Let's say 50 websites fall under this. 100 websites are talking about content which is related to buy flats in Delhi. Absolutely. So this way, my ad will only appear on the relevant website, all the real estate related website, because these are real estate related, text, the keywords, right? So all those websites who are talking about these keywords will only have my banner ad appear will only on those. Makes sense, Nitin and Lakshya and Rajeshji and Sunil? Yes, says Lakshya. Yes, says Nitin, Sunil, great, thanks. Now, if I want to narrow my targeting much further, I go ahead, click on another one, which is interest and remarketing. I'm going to do that. Remarketing is going to come at a later stage, but interest will come in right now. Remarketing will come in the next session. I can go ahead and click on the affinity audience and the in-market audience. When I click on affinity audience, do I want to target the shoppers, the bargain hunters? That I have very few. So these are the ideas. I can click on all, and I can get to know whom should I target. I want to target, let's say, the IT guys, because I feel people who are who are working in the IT sector have good earnings, and they usually they invest on the flats and all that. Or maybe I want to target only those who are, let's say, foodies, but not with my case, it's not going to be foodies, business professionals, let's say. So they will invest onto these flats and what I'm trying to sell. I select on business professionals, avid investors. I'm trying to select investors. Absolutely, this will affect the bid amount, right, Saurabh? The much more narrow targeting I do, the pricing will go up. The pricing will go up, the bid amount. But unlike search ad, it won't tell you that how much to bid. You just have to bid it yourself. If you bid more, automatically you will get much more clicks and impressions. That's the only thing. So I can also select on any other thing, nothing else related to my particular product. So I go ahead with business professionals and avid investors. Next thing is I can also select for in-market audience. In this works in the similar fashion. I can go for business services. Within business services, I can go for people who are into business financial services and people who are into advertising and marketing services. Excuse me. So that's how you go about selecting these particular interests, right? Then remarketing we'll be doing at a later, in our next session, not right now, because you need to know display ads first of all. And I want each one of you to create display ads and banner ads, the display banner ads. So it was Saurabh and Nitin who had made the search ads. So next time, Sunil, Lakshya, if you guys and Rajesh, you can also show me your search ads and banner ads. Would be much better for me to know that you guys are doing. I actually want you to email me across your customer IDs, this 10-digit customer IDs of your Google AdWords account, so that I can check. Okay? Can I get a yes from Rajesh and Sunil? And okay, yes, say Sunil, Lakshya. Also, I need these manager IDs. Okay, thanks, Rajesh. Lakshya, okay, thanks. Yeah. So once you have done that, you can narrow your targeting much further and you can select for the topics. We are moving ahead and we are checking out all those targeting options. Okay. I go with topics, similar kind of things. Yeah, let me check if there is a business and industrial. I select that. Is there any real estate thing? So yes, there is a real estate thing. I don't see any other thing which is closely related. Maybe law and government is something I can go for. People who are into this particular interest level topics, they are more into investing into real estate. Otherwise, I'm not going with the others. Now, last but not the least, and rather the most effective ones, if I want my ad to be appear on particular selected sites, all these were just the categories I have listed. If I just want my ad to be listed on a particular real estate site, let's say on 99 acres, nowhere else, then I would not select all these options which we have selected up. Don't select all these. Just go ahead and select only the placement part. Placements are these the websites. I'll mention the website, and that website would come over here. I mean, if it comes, that means that we can have our ad on that. The only criteria is that these websites should have registered themselves with Google AdSense. So when I have pressed at 99 acres, let me see. So I have all the real estate related sites I can probably go for. I like that if my ad is going to be on gharbari.com, reality fact, again a real estate site. If my site common floor is another. So if my ad would be there on common floor, I can have much more conversions, because that's again a real estate site, and I am also talking about real estate stuff, right? Somehow 99 acres is not part of it. I'm still checking. You see, all the websites are right up here. Amazing thing. I generally go for this only. So it's a big thing. You can keep checking indiasite.com or whatever. Then you have Property Wala. Then you have Common Floor again, Indian Real Estate. You have Magic Bricks. Okay. Then Locanto.com is also a real estate kind of a classified site. Khoj Guru, Shop Khoj. So keep exploring that. This is one way. Then, like I've already told you about a tool, which is a keyword planner. Similar fashion, you have a display planner. I want you guys to use this. This is works in the same fashion like this, the placement thing. For a display ad, you always use a display planner. I'm not taking it right now because I want you guys to play around with it. Okay. Or should I give you a brief? Okay. Let's say I go to a display planner. This will tell me certain websites for which I should place it in, the in the placements thing. Let's say flats in Delhi is something which I type in. I mention the landing page. I mention the targeting as New Delhi. And since these flats are in New Delhi and Ghaziabad, I go ahead and mention that. I press on get placement ideas. Okay. That's what we did. We were actually selecting the placements. In case I don't get a keyword, what keyword should I type in? Which website should I type in? I want to check which all websites have AdSense and where I can have my ad up over there. I go ahead and check for placements. So I get all these websites, right? Delhi information, Delhi online, Hangouts, blah, blah, blah. Sadar Bazaar, Metro Walk, Property Wala. I can actually download the entire thing in one Excel sheet and start making. Now the human interference is needed. A human mind has to come intervene and then say what site would be a good fit for my overall display campaign. I open this Excel sheet. So once I click on this particular Excel sheet, I'll get to know all these sites right up over here. I can select the ones which I want, copy them, and then paste them in the placement stuff. Makes sense? It's just another way of getting hold of all those websites where you can have your ad up. These sites will help you to place your ad over there. Makes sense? Are we clear on the placement part? Are we clear on the overall targeting stuff? Except for remarketing, we'll be taking remarketing. Saurabh says yes. Lakshya says yes. Nitin says yes. You guys can also say no in case you haven't got that. Rajesh and Sunil, yet to hear from you. Is that clear? Okay, probably they're not listening. Little bit, yeah, Sunil. Since you joined in a bit later, that's why no problem. Just view my recorded sessions, work out on the in a practical sense with all the key ad group stuff. Then things would be clear. A lot of effort is needed from your end, right? So targeting option, it asks you whether you want to go aggressively or you want to make sure that you're. I generally go for conservative targeting because I don't have good budgets. This doesn't do much of a difference because I don't know what logic goes behind that. Google generally asks for this. I go for the conservative targeting. Then skip ad group creation. Then you do save and continue. Now is the time to actually make your ads. Okay. And how do you go about? So I don't go about creating a display ad which has a text in it, like I already told you. You can simply make it by having in the putting the headline and blah blah blah. I never go for the text ad, and I'm not telling you. It's so simple the way we did the search ads. You have the headline with 25, description line with 35, then again 35. Then you have. But what will happen on all those third-party sites which you have chosen? This way, your display ad will appear. Your text ad will appear in the display section. Not much of a, what do you say, a conversion related thing. I go with the image ads. I click on the image ad over here, okay, in place of text ad. When I click on the text ad, image ad, this is my destination URL, okay. The ad name is, let's say, Delhi Flats ad. I say preferences mobile. And then the very next thing, guys, which I do, I click on view ad ideas. Okay. Click on show me ideas. Now, the scan of your overall site web page is getting done. It's checking this particular landing page. It's scanning your site, pulling out the images, and it will finalize the ads. The ads will get appear on its own. Rajeshji, are things getting clear to you? A little bit also. More things will only get clear when you start making them, start working practically. Thanks, Rajeshji. So here you go. You see, in a very perfect fashion, they have made these ads. You can show more. You can check more options. You can anytime edit them in terms of the content which is there, the pictures which are there, right? So let's say if I select any one of those, anyone, you can anytime. So these are responsive ad sites. When I say responsive, they'll appear perfectly in an mobile site, in a tablet, and then in a desktop and all that. I go ahead and select this. I can even edit this, guys. Let's say I do the editor. So how to make a new one? That's how I created a new one only. So you want to do a designing, Saurabh, or what is it? I created a new one only. So this was a new one, but if you want to do it yourself, then you need to be a designer, right? And since that's a long way to go, I can put in any description. I can change the image, okay? If I have a different image to showcase in place of this particular image which is on the top, I have another image, I can do that. I can crop the image, remove the image, I can select another image from my computer if I uploaded it over here. I'm not doing that. Very small and easy task. I know all of you can do that, right? Yes, the editing part can be done by you guys, right? Play around with it, guys, and do a save thing, and that's it, you're done. Great. Yes, says Lakshya, so you guys have got it. Good. That's what it's about, the display ad. This was about the match types. Next time, I want to see your display ads and search ads, please. Once you will share your manager IDs. And let me take another thing. Okay, sure, Saurabh, thank you. So, Nitin, I have your account linked, and Saurabh, your account. So, two of your accounts are linked. When I link the other ones, the other accounts also linked. I want all of you to create search and the display ad. Now, what I am trying to tell you in next 20 minutes is going to be about landing pages. What do we mean by landing pages? There are certain things which we need to be careful when we creating landing pages. Most of us are not designers and developers, but we are consultants or we are marketers where we'll be giving instructions to our designer and developers, right? And we'll be giving instruction to our designer in terms of the landing page which needs to be there. What do we understand by a landing page? Nitin, any idea? Saurabh, Lakshya? I know all of you know about the landing page. I've already told you. Rajeshji, Sunil, once click on page, when a person comes, so sort of say when a person comes after clicking the ad, that is called a landing page. Absolutely right. Nitin says once click on page, right? So Sunil, you know, but I need the answer. Right. So that's right. Whenever we click on the ad, let's say whatever ad it is or whatever search query it is, this is the search listing. When I click on this, wherever we're going to land, that's going to be a landing page. Now we have to make sure whatever ad we are creating, whenever you a visitor clicks on your banner ad also or your search ad, the web page which opens up, the landing page has to be, when you click it, it goes to the landing page. Absolutely right. It has to be optimized. When I say optimized, there are certain things which you need to have it in your mind when you are doing a landing, when you're getting a landing page created. You always need a help of your developer or a designer, or there are certain tools, guys, through which you can create landing page by not being even a techie designer or developer. I think there is one, wix.com, I believe. Wix.com is there. You guys can play around with this. I want you to spend time on this and create landing page. Otherwise, the one which I use is called instapage.com. It's a paid tool actually. So I'm paying for this in case you want to try. Wix one is a free, has a free and a paid version both. But with Instapage, I believe it's just the paid one now. I'll just check if there is. Not really sure, but it's just the paid version as of now. So I like the Insta page one. I'll just showcase what some of the landing pages I've created. Right, guys, noted? Cool. So talking about the landing page, when we are trying to do the landing page optimization, the idea is to have proper landing page so that you get maximum leads with a better landing page, right? You all know what a landing page is, so I don't need to really tell you. Why are they important? The reason why they are important, these landing pages, because they, okay, yeah, right. So the reason why they are important is because you're driving visitors to your landing pages. If landing page is good in shape, size, color, has a good content, good videos, then only they will be excited to, you know, submit their queries or submit their contact details. Majorly, you are asking for the details, or you are asking them to, what do you say, buy in a product from them, right? Let me showcase certain landing pages which I have there with my account. This is one of them. One of the other ones which have been recently created by my guy is this one. I want to show this, just a sec. Let me showcase. two or three landing pages. So this is one of the landing page which I've done it for Digital Marketing Pathshala. If you see on the very first go, I have got the form being set up. With Instapage, you can anytime create these landing pages by without being a techie guy. You go ahead, click on create a new page, and okay, it's drag and drop. There are certain templates for which you can really, work around. Let's say we have a webinar. If I have a webinar, I can go ahead and, you know, create a landing page out of it. Let's say I go ahead and choose this, edit this. Very simple in terms of creating a landing page with this particular tool. This has a predefined template. They are industry driven. They know what thing to place where. They know, these templates are somehow well researched. They know what colors to put in at what place, what text size needs to be there, and how much text needs to be there, what call to action button, where should be the logo, what should be the kind of what should be the image size and all that. You see that? This is a template. When I have edited these kinds of templates, I have got certain kinds of output, right? These kinds of output. I have edited them and made them customizable for myself. Makes sense? I'm not really sure whether there is a paid version, sorry, a free version. I think I had a link. Let me just check that if that allows you to create at least one landing page for free. With Wix.com also you can do that, right? Sign up on Instapage from this URL, guys, and then probably you'll get a free account to make. I've shown that to you. Okay. This is something which has been given to me. I've shared that URL with you. Yeah, just sign up and then you will be able to do that. Okay, so the landing page are important so that you get maximum conversions. You have much better, design in place. You are asking your customers to fill up a form. With the more leads you get, much more better probabilities are there that your leads would be converted into end sales. What is the end objective? You need sales, right? Basic optimization techniques are there. You need to have title description. I'll cover that in the SEO module. So in next session we'll have remarketing and then we'll start with the SEO also. So on that front, I'll tell you about the title description, the overall layout. Keep your customers focused by removing all distractions like navigation links. Include social media, social sharing links needs to be there. Have you guys seen that social sharing links? I'll just show you. We have so I do an add new with Insta page, and there is a social thing. You have these social buttons. With a good social media, also with a good landing page, you generally have social sharing buttons, and this is called a social count. You have social media buttons for social sharing. If someone likes it, can actually click on the like button or the share button. But with the numbers being represented, you get to know that how many people have actually clicked on it, liked it, and shared it. So that's called social count. You need to have social share buttons with social count being there. The number of counts are being represented. Okay. Plus, after including your social sharing stuff, design your forms to set up information that you need. So your forms needs to be set up. Don't have bigger forms. Over with this one, you don't have a form because you are just inviting people to your, you're asking them to register by clicking on the webinar thing. Otherwise, if I have a form over here, just see the number of fields I have. Just name, email address, and phone number. Generally, you go with smaller things, less number of fields so that you are not irritating the customer to fill in a lot of stuff. Make sense? So that's about that. You structure your form so that it's not too long. I've already told you. Then you have a thank you page also. Whenever someone submits this form, then you have a thank you page also. You can create thank you pages within this thing only, within this particular landing page creation tool. Try exploring this. It also has a, the mobile version. Whenever someone opens your landing page with a mobile, that's how it's going to look like. In mobile, it's going to look like this fashion. Okay. You have certain more stuff. I go back to the desktop version. I click on plus add new. I can have a video being part of it, more images. I want to add text, a headline, or in case I want to add any new button, I need a form. And this is a shape like, I need a line, a horizontal line or a vertical line or blah, 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 or a box. All these things, if I need a map, like I have a map over here, if I need a map, I can do that too. I've already told you about the social icon. Forget about the HTML since this is a bit technical. I generally use that for embedding stuff. Right, guys, makes sense. This is about landing pages. You generally use these tools. Try using Instapage and Wix. Otherwise, best way, the other best way is to just do a research on free landing page creation tool. You'll find, so Instapage is number one as of now. You have leadpages.net, and then I have already told you about the Wix. Then you have unbounce.com. Then you have Lander app. If you guys can explore all these, they are somewhere or the other similar, not much of a difference. Quick Sprout, Kickoff Labs, Wishpond. Yeah, so you have free instant access. Try using this, guys, then. I'm just sharing the link. Okay. Yeah, sign up for free. The lander.com. Was it the same thing? The lead pages and the Lander app are different. So I've shared a couple of links. Try using that. I think even with this, you have lead pages. Okay, I leave that up to you in case of using that. This is a paid version only, so no need to go with that as of now. Okay. So get your landing pages shared. Like I've already told you, the share buttons needs to be there. Not much how to set up custom. You have to have Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. So use those their social icons and also have that social proof. Like I told you, the social count. That's a bigger advantage. It tells other people that how many people have already liked it. You optimizing tweets for sharing links. So I'll take that, the title stuff and all that when we do SEO. Not much in terms of this. What is A/B testing? That's a very important stuff. When I am doing creating any landing page on Instapage, I also get a A/B testing option. You see variation A, then I can add variation B. This is A/B testing. For one particular URL, there would be two different set of uh, you know landing pages which will appear. I can have a variation C. So there would be three landing pages on one particular same URL. Let's say I open that URL over here, I might see variation A, and Sunil opens that URL, or at his place, he might see option C, variation C. Saurabh might appear the same URL and he might see variation B. This way, all three of us are actually seeing three different versions. The reason why we create this is because some people might like variation A, some people might like variation B. When I run the campaign, I get 50 new clicks on A, 50 new clicks on B, 50 new clicks on C. But now the point is for variation A, what was the CTR? Out of how many impressions were these 50 clicks taken? Or I can see out of those 50 clicks how many form fill-ups were being done. If variation B has given me 30 form fill-ups out of 50 clicks, variation C has given me just 20. variation 1 has given me just 10 form fill-ups with all the 50 links, then it tells me out of that variation B is getting liked by maximum number of people. You have three different pages competing against each other for the same URL. For all three of them get the same number of clicks, but all three of them don't get the same number of form fill-ups. More form fill-ups for the same number of more form fillers for the same number of clicks will help you identify the best strong landing page. Is the A/B testing thing clear, guys? Are you clear? Okay. Yes, says Saurabh. Others, can I? Yes, says Lakshya. Nitin, is that clear? So for same URL, Nitin says yes. So Rajesh ji, yes. Sunil, in case not, yeah, a little bit, no problem. Please do that. Do the practicing stuff. Try making the variations, please. Okay. That is more about the A/B testing. I've already told you that. Okay, so headline form fields, I've already told you about the button size and button copy also comes into place. You always need to have social followers. Having test third party seals or approvals, testimonials, social follow buttons, videos, and the headlines. This always help in having a much better landing page. Okay, and other things like having image, uh, form button copy, the button size should be appropriate. With all these tools which I've told you, they already do that stuff easy for you. So A/B testing, I've told you. A thank you page needs to be also created. You can use these tools again for creating a thank you page. Try using the ones which I've already told you. Whenever someone submits a form, let me showcase it to you. So let's say if I click on this, edit, okay, there should be a form fill up. Whenever there's a form fill up, I can create a thank you page or a registration button, or I can then link it from here. There are also thank you pages, templates over here which you can use, and you can link them up. Whenever someone submits a form, the thank you page come up. That thank you for submitting your sharing your details, and we'll get back to you very soon, or maybe in next 24 hours. So you have the thank you page thing also over here, the templates. I click on that. So whenever I have that webinar thing, I can I can use that, or maybe edit this. With a thank you page also, you need to have, you know, you need to give certain offer so that the person who has submitted the form gets to know more about you or any other offer which you're running. So more of only variation are there. Uh, with A/B testing, Nitin, you can do A/B/C testing also. You can do A/B/C/D testing also. You can have as many variations as you want. Over there, you can have as many variations. So one URL, try testing it. You will get to know with one URL there would be more different variations. So this is thank you for thank you page for Nitin. Does that answer your question, or you still the doubt is there? Please ask me in detail form. I have no problem in answering that, please. So thank you page webinar for DMP. I go ahead and click continue. Okay, it does answer. Okay. So like I said, I can have as many variations. I can have much more. Add more variations. C, D, E, F, G, H. For one URL, there would be lot many variations. I can see which variations is working well. Now, when someone submits a form, I can have this landing page created, and that gets linked to it. Try exploring it. You will get it automatically on your own. You have to spend more time on this. So once someone submits the form, this message comes up. Thank you for showing interest in blah blah blah. Here's your free gift. So you're giving a free gift. Wow, this is really nice. Try exploring this, please. Okay. So I've already told you social media sharing can also be that part of call to actions are there. So call to actions are majorly like this. Yes, I want my free call. They are already prepared. You need these call to actions in your landing pages. You've done that. Connect with me. You have auto response email also, which generally comes with a thank you page only. People say, an email is being sent to them in their email box. With this only, the integrations happen. You can send across an email. There's another platform that's called Aweber, I believe. If in case you want to try that out. So yeah, you can use this also for autoresponders, which I've already told you. Again, a pretty simple stuff, guys, and this is one of the industry renowned tool, Aweber. It helps you to link your landing page. It links with your landing page in terms of sending across emails, autoresponder emails. Whenever someone submits a form, an autoresponder email gets sent to them that thank you for downloading blah blah blah, and access our copy now, whatever. So you should have both the thank you page and the email responses, like I said. And landing pages, like I said, are very crucial for lead generation. So all in all, you need to have a good Google ads, whether it's a search ad or a display ad, which I've already told you. Keep optimizing them. Have much better landing pages for all the ad groups or ad copies you will create. Much better landings quality score will come, and you'll be paying lesser amount, and your ad will still be on the top, right? Make sense, guys? It's 9:02. We are just we're done with today's session, and in next session we'll be starting with remarketing and search engine optimization. Does that help? Was today's session helpful? Did that add value to your overall knowledge? Any suggestions? Any feedback? So okay, call to action is something like this particular button, like get course details. I submit my name, my email address, my phone number, and then this button is a call to action. People are actually using that, pressing them to do some action. That's what. Otherwise there are no other call to action over here. You have another call to action over here, register for a free demo. So I click on this, another page opens up, right? Make sense? Does that answer your question? All these buttons which excite you to click on them. In short, all the buttons which excite you to click on them are call to actions. So who can access database and how? So which database this? So only the landing page creator, whosoever click mentions has got this particular landing page will only have the access to the database. Since I have created this landing page, let me show you. I have database for my pages. Only the admin of the website can only do that. So let's say I have this particular landing page. I click on the form submissions. Who all have submitted on this form? A very good question which Nitin has asked me. So you can see that we have got submission on 20th of May, 18th of May. That was the name, that was the phone number, all that stuff, right? All the form submission. Do you see the variations? The mobile variation has got me this. I haven't got the B and the C variation. It tells me from which variation am I getting the uh, you know the submission, the form submissions. Make sense? Any further queries? Yes, says Saurabh. I'm open to any further queries you have. Otherwise, feel free to email me across. You all have my email addresses. You can send me across email on this particular email address. So, like I was asking, was today's session helpful, guys? What did that add value to your overall knowledge and all that? I mean, in short, okay. Thanks, Lakshay. Lakshay says yes. Thank you so much. Nitin says yes. Any other feedbacks or any other suggestions? I'm open to it. I keep taking them so that I can also improve myself. So do let me know in case there is something for me to improve upon. I'll definitely take that on. Right? I'll be sharing across the recorded session. Absolutely, assignment is there. Creation of the display ads for whatever you have done so far for the search ad. I want you to play around with display ads and also with the lead landing page generation tools which I've shared with you. This is your assignments for this coming week, guys. By next Friday, I want to see. I mean, if you can share that by Wednesday, that'll be really great. All your display campaigns along with your landing pages. Do ask me whatever queries you have. Right, guys? So, okay, I'm closing today's session. Thanks to everyone. Thanks Lakshay. Thanks Sunil. Thanks Saurabh. Thank you Nitin. Thank you Rajesh ji. And have a great weekend, guys. Enjoy. Thanks for joining in today. We'll meet next Friday. Thank you. Bye now.